So once we have one beam, Eclipse allows us to copy this beam and remember the parameters for as many beams as we want. So you're going to do a 4-field plan to start off with. I want to do something slightly differently just for this demonstration so that you have to think a little bit more about what you're doing. So I'm going to use a 3-field plan. So I'm going to start off by going down to my field here, and I'm going to right click on my anterior field. And as you can do with other kind of Windows software, we can copy and paste. So we're going to copy the field at the top here, and then I'm going to right click again, and I'm going to paste field with images. So that creates a new field. So this one is going to be my left field, and I'm going to click on my geometry, and I'm going to change my gantry to 90 degrees. So that'll keep everything the same other than the gantry, and we can see here that that's created that field. So I can now look at this field by clicking on it down here, and we can see we have a left field. And if I make this bigger, the one thing that we do need to think about, because we've copied this anterior field, it's kept the field shape and size exactly the same, which is obviously no use to us in a lateral field. So what I'm going to do is click on my MLC down here. The MLC's become displayed again, and then I'm going to click on my fit to structure, and I'm going to create a margin again of 0.5. Click fit, and we can see there that we've shielded around the MLC now, around the PTV, sorry, doing the same as before. If I turn my rectum on now, so I can do that by clicking over here, we can see. In fact, let's change the colour of the rectum so it's a little bit easier to see. So if I, as I say, we can display them in lots of different ways. This is the contour version. If I was to change it to this RGB option, we can see there that that's the rectum now. And we can see that it's shielded around the PTV quite tightly in order to spare this rectum and also all the structures that are surrounding the PTV. So we now have a left field. I can do the same to create a right field. So I could do copy and paste, or the other way to do it is to do right click on there, and I can create new opposing field. So if I do that, that's created an opposing field in this direction, but I need to change the name of it. So as ever, more than one way. We can go right click into properties, or I can select it down here, which I'm going to do, and I'm going to call it right. And then once again on my right field, click on the MLCs, and I'm going to click there, and then I'm going to fit again. So my MLCs are now set up, so I have 3 fields all conformed with a ½ centimeter margin all the way around my PTV. And if we scroll up and down, we can see, if we zoom in, we have the field edge here, which is this gold line, and we can see that the field edge, as we go up and down, is just slightly bigger than the PTV all the way up and down. So this is our starting point for this patient. You're obviously going to create a 4th field, and so you need to have a think about how you're going to do that, which shouldn't be too difficult.